Yay. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Which one gave you the most difficulty?
That Joe,
Yeah, that's named Joe.
he's like
He's a Westie.
good, but he's like
He
very
finger
hard,
spells, he finger
super
spells
fast,
really fast.
Yeah, right. Like his transition, like just like I had to put it down to like 0.5 just to follow him. Like, something
Even then, yeah.
I was like, it was like a minute long video and it took like
Yeah.
Is that the concurrence?
I think so, yeah.
But it's okay if you didn't get all his family members' names and his mommy and daddy's name. It's okay.
Yeah,
I started
guess.
this one. I know it was like Deb or Debbie.
Very good. His mom's name is Deb or Debbie, or however.
Phil, I think.
Very
As
good.
far as I got with it.
Phil,
like the transition was like the PHI.
So
you mean like this?
I thought it was
Just
Paul.
one sign and L. And was
I
like,
came
oh.
up, I was like, it's either Paul or I'm just screwed.
It's okay.
First I got Gail and I was like, no, that cannot be his dad. I was like, unless you know.
There
this
is
one
there are
was
males that are named Gil.
Yeah.
So this is Joe. A lot of my students don't like Joe because his finger spelling, so I feel bad. Okay, so he said my family, small, medium. It's about average.
That's
Okay.
average.
Yeah,
Not
that,
correct.
yeah,
It's Westie.
that's Westie average. Because all my students was like correct. And I was like, that's his way of saying average and Westie way. They're like, average, this does not look anything similar. And I was like, I know, but he's from the Midwest. He lives in Indianapolis, so Midwest.
That's.
Okay, so Paul is
Or
Paul is 64, and so is Deb 64. That is his parents, and both of them are hearing. And then I have one brother and one sister. The three of us are all deaf. So I am the oldest.
Oh, that's what it means.
Oh, oldest?
That's what he did.
Uh-huh. You didn't see it?
Can you go back to the
I
three of
just
us?
saw him like he was go and take out. Like I didn't see the old.
So my parents are hearing. I have one brother, one sister, the three of us deaf.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the three of us deaf.
So does this mean, like, I know what this means, but it's like, we are?
No, it's like the three of us. So
Oh,
like
she's
the
like,
four
okay,
of us.
Doing the number
Mhm.
three.
So you're doing the number 3, but you're doing it in a circle.
Got it.
So the three of us. Mhm. You're welcome. So the 4 of us, the 3 of us, the 2 of y'all, and so the 3 of us deaf, and then he said, I am oldest.
Yeah, I miss the old. I was like, what the
It looks like he's old.
Yeah.
One brother, one sister, 3 of us deaf. Okay, so he goes here and then grabs up.
And he doesn't.
Yeah, I thought it was like linked to the hearing or something. I was like,
So this is
like,
old, he's doing like a variation on old and then.
Mhm. So oldest. Remember we learned that last week.
I do not remember that. That's gonna be a theme for today.
So I am named Joe and I am 40. The next is my brother. His name is Jose. His name, he is 39.
I was like, you're wrong, Joe.
Yes.
The S-E, no, I thought it was J-O-E, because the S is so subtle.
Oh.
S-E,
I was like,
really
what's
fast. I was
Joe?
like,
Joe or is it Joe? I
it
was like,
must be Jose, like there must be an S somewhere in there.
J-O-S-E.
Can't
Jose.
see
I
it.
was like, Joey, and I was like, no, there was no Y, so what is this? And like, again and again, I think that one and he's like the first name where like where I went back so many times.
So is it Paul or Phil?
Phil.
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 Paul is his stepdad.
Is it?
Wait, what? You said Paul earlier.
Wait, did I say Paul or Phil?
64, Phil?
Was
You
that
said
Phil?
Paul.
Wait,
You said Phil.
hold on.
I know there's a TV.
He has a whole video that one of his dad's is named Phil. His dad's name is Phil, but his stepdad's Paul. And another video, he goes into depth about more about his family. So Jose, he is 39. And then there's my sister, name is Sarah. She is 38. And then there is another video that he made that he expands on about his family, that his mom and dad are both divorced and both are remarried again. They both remarried again. And his stepdad name is Paul. And then he goes into why his birth name is Jose, because Jose is adopted from El Salvador.
We didn't have that video.
No.
What is this?
No. This is a video
Okay.
that he made, that he went and expand about his family. So like he's deaf. He goes in to say that he's deaf and he's married to a deaf woman and they have 4 children that are all deaf. 2 of them are twin girls. And then we have that. And then he goes into his brother, that's name is Jose. He is deaf and his wife is hard of hearing, and they have 2 children. One is hearing, one is hard of hearing. And then his sister is engaged to a deaf man. And they don't know when the wedding is yet. So he goes into another video going into all that. So this was about the family members, like basically practice synthesis. How did we do on this one?
Once I realized it wasn't a narrative and it was just a string of
Yeah.
sentences, I think it made it a lot easier. So I was trying to follow it as if it was the plot of a whole narration.
Oh,
And then at some point I was like, these are just non sequiturs, and this is great.
At the end, I had like a little like after the number 14, I think. I don't know why.
yeah, he
I
doesn't
was
number
not-
them. So I never
That was
know what
like,
number.
like,
He just signs
Yeah.
and signs and signs.
After a while, there's like a couple that after the-
So you got my parents or my mom and dad are deaf? Very good. So my dad or daddy's name is Jim.
Wait, I'm sorry, can you replay the gym one, like?
That's what
Does that?
Mm-hmm.
We do this finger?
That is another variation. So
Okay,
some can do
it's
this and
that.
some do this. That's still deaf.
Oh, okay, I thought that meant something related but different. Like Godfather or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
How many sisters do you have?
I mean, siblings.
Oh, did he do
He said, but.
up and down?
Yeah.
It's hearing. Very good.
Can you replay that?
Name,
What's your aunt's name?
aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Letter A. That's what I-
Letter
That
A.
was girl.
Oh, so girl is like this and this is aunt.
Oh, so this is the N.
Mm-hmm. Niece is with the letter N, and then aunt, and then uncle. And then nephew is up here for the letter N.
Girl. The parents.
Very good. So I live with my mom and dad, or I live with my parents.
Family's dead?
Is your family deaf?
Oh, God.
See the eyebrow.
See, your family deaf.
That was a very subtle eyebrow.
I go to Chicago to visit my grandparents.
Chicago.
We,
China?
yeah, those were the string of cities that we learn in Unit 4.
Those are the series of ones that are in the 7 shape, like Philadelphia, Chicago.
Yes, they are in the
China,
7
I
states.
suppose.
I never noticed that. Yes, they are.
Here, let me do this for you. For you,
Thank you.
'cause I'm believing you. I have 2 nieces.
Stepsisters.
I have 2
Oh, stepbrothers, sorry.
stepbrothers.
That's step.
Remember I told you guys that this is the old way of doing step?
Is that like fake?
Well, fake is like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I did write step.
Yeah, you.
Step question mark.
Oh.
Siblings. So step brothers. Okay. I'm gonna wait for you guys to write.
You just did the old way.
Your mother lives there.
Grandma.
Oh, grandma. Yeah.
Do you get that? My mom's name is Kristen.
Yeah.
So this is where I started to be like, well, you didn't answer the question about your grandma.
You're so cute.
My mom's name is Kristen, yes. All right, ready?
Mhm.
My uncle, sorry,
Okay, yeah.
my aunt and uncle are both deaf.
Very good.
Two nieces.
Nephews.
At the ear?
I was like, bunnies? No, we can't do that.
But Bunny, you're so cute.
Wait, so this is at the ears-ish?
Nephew, nieces.
niece,
Mhm.
under the chin.
Remember the gender rule?
Yeah, but it seems like boys should be further up, in my opinion, like way up here.
It should be.
Girls should be way down there.
It should be, but
He's
you're
going-
lazy.
He's going middle, so that could be genderless nieces or nephew, couldn't it?
I don't know what you really call, it's either a niece or a nephew. Is there a gender neutral word for niece or nephew? Is it?
Wouldn't you say in the middle is like gender neutral?
It's supposed to be, but he is older. So I don't know, does he? I think he does mean nephew. He was just being lazy and was like, I don't wanna go all the way up here. I just wanna
That's
go right
okay.
here.
I
That's
feel like
okay.
he does that like a lot, like.
You're so cute that he's lazy.
Emphasizes a lot of things, that's why I have such a hard time with him, and like reading his sign.
Oh, cause he's lazy?
Yeah, this.
Do better, Joe, do better.
That's like halfway, I feel like, he's just like, good. He's done.
No, this is not Bill, this is Joe.
Bill's got the
He has like a
goatee.
And, Bill has a goatee.
Mhm.
And he usually wears a black, oh, well, he does wear a black long sleeve, but he wears no tie. But does he
Okay.
wear a black tie?
Doesn't have glasses.
I guess I just saw the bald.
Yeah.
Everybody confuse him.
He
and-
always wears the red tie and the black shirt.
Yes.
And Dr. Bill doesn't. He
Right.
raises his eyebrow a lot after videos. though.
Mm-hmm.
This is very like,
People understand Mr. Bill Vickers better than they understand him.
yes.
He's like, yes, I agree.
Right.
I've been told that his timing is very clear
Yeah,
and you can very understand it.
because he emphasizes it.
And they said, opposed to him, it's not clear whatsoever. And I'm like, well, to be honest, I'm so sorry to say that, but this is kind of how like deaf people sign. Is we do kind of lazy. Like, for example, like you guys know the sign for no as this. We are so lazy, we do it down here.
So for people who take it literally, it's very tough at times.
think that you're telling us to eat, or like.
Yeah, a lot of students like, what is eat? Girl, what are they doing? I'm like, and they're like, me eat. I eat. I something. And they're like, what is that? What does this mean? I'm like, no. And they're like, no. I was like, oh, yeah. So this is the lazy way of signing no. And they're like, the lazy way, we didn't learn that in class. Or they do it here. They do it everything but right.
But we're.
You know, there should only be one way to sign though, right?
Of course. Only one
There
way.
should be. But then we just get the laziness like I do. Like, I'm like, movie. And everyone's like, you newbies are like, what the hell is this? But everybody else is native signer like movie. And they're like, movie. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you did not do that. You did this funky thing. And we're like, yeah, but it's still movie. And they're all the like, and then I just see the defeatedness just leave from there. They're just like, and I was like, okay, so next time we gotta sign more clear with the newbies. And so we try to sign, if we know that there's newbies, we try to sign as textbooky as possible. So I try to sign as textbooky as possible when I'm around
Yellow
newbies.
languages. If I was speaking to you in French, I was like, what the heck? Because I was like, stealing, that's like every language, you have to slow down for like for beginners.
So I
Take it literally.
Yeah, so I have to be textbooky and then, but it's not my fault if you guys are watching me and my friend sign and then you are like, what the hell is this? Yes.
At that point, you're in your community, right?
Yeah.
So, poor things.
All right, keep going, Joe. We love you, Joe, but we don't hate you. I have how many cousins?
Uh-huh.
All right, we're just asking.
Are you asking?
Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot cousins. Okay. I live close to my parents.
Grandparents?
Grandparents.
Oh,
It's
doing
such a
like,
subtle.
yeah,
Again.
that's okay. Getting used to, okay. Now I believe. My sister's adopted.
We talked about that, about starting a family.
And I was like, I remember that I got confused with turn on and off the light.
Yes,
was
you did.
like, that's why I put brackets. And I was like, I don't know this word, but I'm gonna figure it out. I have one brother.
And then he's gonna say more.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
And two sisters.
oh,
My grandpa's dead.
Yes, very good.
And I have 4 kids.
And then
Yeah.
And then we had this woman that had like 8 brothers and sisters. Good God Almighty.
I got so confused. I thought you were saying, I have 8 children, and then she was like, I have 3 children. I was like, wait, no, I have to start with 4.
Oh, yes, she has 8 brothers and sisters, and she has 3 kids of her own. And I was like, woman, stop popping out children. You're too young. I was like, dear Lordy. I was like trying to be like the Duggars or something.
Hookers.
I was like, oh, but was this easy?
Her finger spelling was just about as slow as I could have ever asked for. I think it was, I don't think I had to slow it down once.
Yeah.
She's a hearing ASL teacher.
So
Oh,
the level of appreciation I had for this woman.
did she sign like English though?
She does sign English.
Okay, that's what I thought. Didn't remember you saying that.
That's why it felt easy. Okay, so my name, or my family, 8 kids. What was that?
I would
Yeah.
tell you.
Oh,
Tell you? What was she doing? Tell you, okay.
They'll tell you.
she's like, are you ready? And it's like, no.
No, what did you just say? So I will tell you
About mine.
about,
And so about or about.
Okay.
She signs very English, so she signs English.
I was like, that kind of looks like our, but not really, about my brothers and sisters. Okay.
Very good.
Then ready. Now we're ready.
They have to be like
Ready?
Oh,
you-
you made a chart.
You made a chart. You're adorable.
I didn't have as much, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't have that much room, but I really wish I had.
I was like, oh no. I'm not.
Yes, it's time for a spreadsheet. Had I thought about it,
And I was like, you fell.
that's literally a spreadsheet, what she did.
That is so cute. I love that.
I'm actually in love.
Here's all 75 of my children.
My,
Her brother's name,
14,
Trevor.
Yes, please.
He's 33.
okay, so age. This is where I was getting a little confused.
So age is coming from your chin. So you can do old 33 or you can just go 33.
So it kind of seemed like some people would. You start with the first number and you kind of go,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So you go 33.
That's like the Wednesday, 3 years old, or like.
So 3 years old, like my son is 10, so I go 10. So I go old 10. And like my doggy is 3. If that makes sense. So you can go old and then do the number, or you can just go from the number from your chin. So her brother is 33. Married. Has 4. Oh goodness, 4 sons. Yeah. Oh God, his wife. I don't know how he did that, man. That's awful.
My mom popped at 8, so.
No, some of them are adopted, remember?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
3 of them.
3 of them, so she popped that 5.
3 out of 8 are adopted.
Yeah.
Last
It's
ones
still
are-
a lot.
last
5.
ones are twins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She did
Spoiler-
4 times.
Spoiler alert. They like to hike, right?
Very good.
Yeah.
So they like to hike.
Trevor likes to hike. Number 2.
Hey. Mm-hmm.
Mary.
And she's 31.
Okay, so
Hillary.
that was the one I think where it got confusing. 'Cause she wasn't from
Hillary.
Hillary.
Was the first couple, right? And then
I can do it now. I'm done.
Oh, sorry.
R1.
I am 31, which means you're only 2 years apart. That means, oh my God, that poor mom. I was like, oh my
So-
goodness.
Yeah, she kind of like did this and then another 3 to 1. It's like, wait, okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
She's
Married.
married, yes, and has 3 children. I'm like, dear Lord, woman. I was like, oh, no. Okay, so I enjoy playing the piano. Then there is my sister, her name. Did you guys get Rachel?
Yeah.
She's 29. She's married as well and has 2 children. And she's pregnant again. I'm like, oh my God.
She's like actually saying everything.
She's even younger
Mm-hmm.
with almost 3 kids.
I know. Well, she has 3. Well, she technically she does have 3 kids because she's pregnant with 1.
She said
Sure.
that, she's like, pretty much she's gonna have 3.
She
said.
will.
Yeah.
3 kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have 3 children.
Yeah.
She enjoys camping.
And she finger spells them.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, ma'am.
There's my brother. His name is Riley. He's 27. He is not married. He has no children. He enjoys watching.
Okay, she said video games.
Okay, that is not video games, woman. That is not the sign for video games.
Yeah,
Yeah, she said watching movies.
that's what I wrote. I was like, video games.
This is video game. That's why she does English signing. Okay, so
I could hear your voice when I was watching. I was like, no, that was like, no, that's not. That's English, that's English.
We're getting to the best sibling. The most interesting one.
And she said that she's adopted. That's why her name is so different. She was adopted from where? And that's Africa. Which I would love to hear her story, how she is the only Black person in this family. I would love to hear her story.
But we
She's
don't know
24.
The last two ones are what they are,
Wait, the last two are adopted, aren't they?
yeah,
Oh, that's
they're
right.
the youngest one, they're like really young.
And her name's Patience. Okay.
That's right. And cooking she likes. And then here's the sixth one,
Sixth one, the same.
my
age.
brother named.
8.
He's 24.
Same age as number 5.
Mm-hmm. And and that one's married, but they do not have children. He enjoys snowboarding. Their other sister, Gracie. And the eighth one, there's two of them. They're younger or young. Two of them are adopted.
What was this again? She's a twin or?
No, she's
She's only 14 and one is like 12.
so one, which I was like, how are they twins?
Yeah, that's not-
They're not. But she says she's cute. So cute. And she's 14. Well, I hope she's not married, but you know, back in the day, people used to do that. She loves reading books. And the eighth one is named McKenna. She's 12 and she loves,
Spending money.
yes, go shopping and spending money
If you
At
love
the
it.
mall.
at the mall.
At 12?
So that's my family.
I think I got confused about the not twins because she's talking about them like they're a set.
Both of them, yeah, she bundled.
Yeah, I don't know why she bundled them. I think she was trying to bundle them to say that they're both young.
That's
Like-
why they're not married.
That's why they're not married.
Or maybe
But I
they're,
get that.
yeah, I think the reason is like, why they're so young compared to the other.
Or
kids.
maybe they're sisters,
Yeah,
like
Oh,
they're
yeah, they're
legitimate
like-
sisters,
Oh, I see what you mean.
like biological.
Because they were not.
when compared to the other one, they're like very young, it's like they think they're different.
Yeah, It was very interesting.
What is it?
I'm just thinking just to myself, that's a lot of children, that's a lot of kids, and I just, no, But at one point when I was young and stupid, I wanted that many. And then I found out that they were expensive. I'm like, no. And so now you guys, we're supposed to come to talk about your family using the listing technique. It's okay if you didn't do it or didn't prepare anything. Because I'm looking at Brittany, she said, I did not prepare anything.
I mean, I have another big family too. We just
Wait, do you have eight siblings as well?
7.
Oh God, is that what they do in France? Just have babies?
What?
What? We have a lot of children.
Not anymore.
Oh, they're
That's
not
what you
anymore.
They have a lot of babies.
No, we don't.
I
You
mean,
just said the Duggars, but they
The
have.
Duggars one type of
They have
family
19 children.
and counting.
I mean,
No, do they have 20 now?
quite
I think
frank,
they
it
have
costs less money to have
20,
children in
yeah.
France than here, so.
That's why we don't have a lot of kids here because it's
Some people-
expensive.
Some people don't.
Unless you like the Duggars and part of the religious
My-
organization.
My grandma had 8 kids, that helps.
That was back in the day when it was
Yeah,
cheaper.
It was affordable.
Yeah, we were poor. I mean, my dad's one of 13. But that's an island thing. And I was like, they must not have nothing to do except for that. And my dad's like, they used us as free labor.
I mean, it didn't cost me, it cost something after.
Yeah.
Make 'em.
So, yeah, I guess if you want to sign about your 7,
Yeah, this one, I was like, I was like, how am I gonna sign all of that? I was like, 7, 6, I had to use all the.
you're so cute.
Like, I don't know if I can do it.
Do you have a big family too? Are you going to sign about your big family?
No, not the grandma's big fan.
Oh, you have a small family. My dad had a small family because he's like, I came from 1 to 13. I don't want a big family. So that's why he's like 2 done. He said, actually, you got lucky because I was only stuck at 1. You snuck in there. I was like, thanks, daddy. I really was a surprise baby. And I was told that he said I was stopping at 1. Cause big family, that traumatized me, man. I was like, I understand that traumatizing, daddy. So who wants to go first? It's about their family.
You're looking at me as if I would like to go first. Sure.
Well, you're more prepared,
It's
it
okay.
seems like. Okay, here is
And I'm going to be
Lindsay.
on camera too.
Yes.
Hello, Rochelle. I apologize. Sorry, guys.
It's okay, you had a busy week.
So
You're so cute. Okay, we're gonna say that her dad's 80.
maybe 80. Okay.
That's so cute.
At least at least I did 80 right. Um.
So cool. I didn't know people still listen to that.
How do we see?
Oh no, your finger spell it.
Okay. That's right. Um.
Oh. Oh, she does it a lot. Okay.
I can't sign the explanation for that.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool.
Yes,
Yes.
you got that? I'll do it again.
A.
Oh, and. Right.
Yeah, you live in Vancouver, Canada. That's so cool. He works in music gaming. I don't know what that is, but that sounds
Game,
amazing.
like this is video game, right?
I like music gaming.
Video game music, correct.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds amazing.
It's like what you hear when he plays.
He makes the he makes the music for games.
That's so cool. I thought you would be mind blown by that.
I love him already. He's like a
Aw.
nerd's like
He
dream.
is. Yes, he very much is. You guys go.
Oh my goodness.
And mom does 3-day walks for breast cancer. You know, the
Oh yeah.
the 60-mile, like the Komen ones.
Uh-huh.
Way too much.
She does that. She does that really long ass walk.
They do, like Komen has like fundraising walks where you walk
Yeah, I heard
60
about
miles, 20 miles a day.
those. So your mom must be like a twig.
She is.
Oh, I thought you're so cute.
She
She
very
is a
much
twig.
is. You don't have to be a twig to do that, but yes.
No, I'm saying all that walking, well, walking, you're just like, you start dropping weight. So I'm thinking with all that walking, she must be like a twig.
Right?
So are you the oldest or are you the youngest?
Oh, I didn't even sign me.
Oh, so you're the
I'm number
oldest.
3.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
so
I'm
you're the
oldest.
oldest. Okay. You just said
Kind
there was
about
3
my
people.
family, like I forgot that all of them included themselves. I'm just talking about my.
That is so cool. Okay, so, oh, no pets? Okay, cause they're their
Not a pet
family as
family.
well.
Not a pet family.
Oh, that's okay. All right, Brittany, you are next in the rotation. Get to talk about your four children, which is your dogs.
So, well, actually, quick question before I get started. How does that, how do you include that with your family, like as far as?
Okay, so do you have siblings?
Right, so if I say my family is,
You as four, and then add in your doggies, that's 8.
okay, well, 7,
Oh, 7, so
So-
you're 7.
so 7.
Yes.
Okay. Um,
If you wanna count your sweetheart as family member, then it would be 8.
Okay.
If you don't want to count him, then that's 7.
let's. Yeah, we'll do 8. Well, okay, so my family, is 8,
Mhm.
is that correct? Okay. Okay. His name is A, B, E.
Okay, don't narrate them.
I'm sorry.
Oh, his name's Abe, that's interesting.
He is.
This is my
Yeah,
struggle
I
here.
guess.
None of you guys know the age of your parents? I'm the only one that does?
No,
Okay.
no, he is, me. We do the fan.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, so. It says 80? No, 70,
No, you said 82.
yeah, I meant, wait,
There you go.
there, we go. 72. There we go.
Okay.
I'm getting all of it here, 72. And, I have a lot of fingers. And then,
Your mommy, I'm guessing.
my name's S. Sharon.
Uh-huh.
Then.
There's the third person.
That's her. Name, I'm jumbled here.
S E. Stephanie?
She is.
Or what is she like?
So. She likes. I don't even know.
It's okay, I'm not close to my brother. And
Travel.
oh, you travel, you're doing
Oh,
hiking.
traveling, sorry.
I'm like,
I actually thought that was travel. I was like, I
Yeah,
totally.
traveling.
Traveling.
And then.
the fourth person.
Mhm.
Oh, you, okay.
I am 30.
So you're 37?
No.
No, 37?
39.
You're 39?
No, I'm 38.
Oh, you're 38?
Wait, I did that one first.
Okay, so you did 38?
Okay. Second, I did 38 first, okay.
Okay, 38.
38. Like, how old am I? All right. I am, like. What?
A football.
then,
Well, which kind of football? Is it soccer football or football, American football? Okay, I had to make that distinction because I've heard that now, that you need to make a distinction of that.
okay, so next would be,
Okay, your sweetheart. Andrew.
Imagine my.
But you got seven, you got six of those.
Right. I know. I'm
I love how
gonna
you
work
wrote
on
down their ages. You're so cute.
Oh, yeah.
37, okay. What year? Is that really? Okay,
And then we start getting into the animals.
okay.
So. Um, so. mm, Dogs.
Mhm. No, you gotta go down here.
Oh, yeah.
She was listing the dog.
The 3 dogs, because that's the last of my
She's
family,
like
so 3 dogs.
Oh, no, so you still keep going on this, so
Okay.
the 6th dog, the 7th dog, and then the 8th doggy.
That's number 6.
Oh, you're doing, so now she's doing, you're writing down pets now? Oh, okay.
They have
And-
their human face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holly.
Oh, Marshall, that's cute.
Franny.
Franny. And that's it.
Oh,
All right, let's go
got
to
it.
the big old family.
So bad, I thought it's gonna take forever. How long do we have?
You got there.
It's only, so you have a total of 9 people in your family. Well, 10, you count your husband.
I wasn't even. I didn't
Ah,
even count.
The blonde lady only took 4 minutes.
You said so cute, like the blonde lady only took 4 minutes.
She knows what she's doing.
And she went slow.
Um,
You're so cute.
um,
Like you're just like, it's just there.
It's like a scroll. Keep going.
You're so cute. Someone went as a cosplay.
Brother?
No, sister.
I'm going to say all the names. I'm going to just like the spelling.
That's so pretty.
What is it?
hard to see from the side.
D.
Okay.
J. A. M. I. L. A.
That is so pretty.
How do you say that?
Can I
With a D?
steal her name? Wait, hold on. I need to. Hey, my son has my. Send me your. Oh, I'm recording it. Wait, thank you. Wait, I need you to spell that again because I'm gonna copy that for a future daughter. Okay, so
What is some history here, folks? J.
DJ. Okay, so DJAMILA,
Yes.
and you pronounce that how again?
Jamila,
Oh, the D is silent.
Ja, like you, I guess you would say it with a J.
Yeah, you would.
But if in French you say Jamila, otherwise you have to put the D.
Also, the D is silent.
Not
She's
really.
saying it's not silent, but the way that we hear it would be.
It's Jamila. It's Jamila.
Ja,
Jamila.
yeah,
But how do you guys say it in French then?
Jamila.
Oh, then why
So
is
how
there
would
a
you say
D?
it?
I don't understand. Is a D supposed to be silent?
Can you say like J and then DJ? Like-
That could be her nickname. Thank you, DJ.
I was just asking, like, how would you say it if there was no D?
Jamila,
Jamila.
yeah, like
And-
Jaguar.
So if it's a D, it's like
Jamila.
Jamila.
Jaguar. Do you say Jaguar?
Yeah, we say Jaguar.
Yeah, well, that's not how we would say in French. Like,
Oh.
the
It's just like a
pronunciation would be different there. So
Whatever,
that's
I'm
gorgeous.
going to copy that. Thank you. Tell her that in
Just
the
with this
future,
history being
in the
made.
future, there's going to be a little girl walking around, with that name. Okay, unless you got all the cool names, I will be writing down
I
as
was
well.
gonna say.
But all their names are like Arabic. Really.
Oh, That is so
We're
cool.
witnessing history here. You're just naming all of her future children.
You are naming my future children that I'm going to have.
Built.
Thank you so
We're
much.
gonna have a clone family.
She's a mom. She's 6.
Okay.
She's 56. Oh,
No,
she's
she's not.
56.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, your mom is 56.
no, my sister.
Oh, your sister's 56. Okay, there you go.
Was it wrong?
No. You said mom and then I didn't know what you were doing.
I was trying to do.
Oh,
like,
56.
five.
A 5'6".
So how would you do it?
5'6".
Oh, five.
Uh-huh.
So
5'6".
Oh, that, I see
Oh,
what you
yeah,
mean,
'cause
five,
I'm
six,
having, like,
because it's
five,
a
six,
mom
seven,
and, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, your mom's 56. What? Whoa. I'm like,
So
when
this is
is
your sister who's been,
is your
Yes.
sister's 56?
aren't you, does it matter on the listing hand if you don't start with your?
Yours says we're oldest to
Parents?
youngest.
Oh.
It doesn't matter if you put your parents in there because she told us in the beginning she has 6 siblings. So that's how we know, like, oh, she's talking about all
Oh,
6
right.
siblings.
My fault.
2 kids. Okay. Oh, maybe no name.
Here we go. Again.
Nadia. Love it.
And a,
You guys almost have the same names.
Yeah.
Did they do that?
Everyone
They did that.
IAs?
It,
No, brother.
oh, okay. I thought they did that on purpose. Sorry, never
Yeah.
mind. Sorry.
Um,
I'm gonna put a maybe on. It's not as pretty.
55.
They can have 3 kids.
Three kids. K, A, M, E, L.
Kamel.
Camel with a K,
Maybe possibility.
54,
Maybe a possibility. Okay.
3 children.
Okay.
how many was that? 1, 2, 3. No, I never put the same thing. I'm like,
I love when she goes like 4.
Okay, your sister.
MORA.
Nora. She's 51. 2 kids.
Mm. So many of us, a lot.
Because your parents loved each other so much. And there's-
We're like, your family has so many other ones.
Okay, your other brother.
Okay, I don't know if I'm correct on that one, but.
Oh, he died. Oh, I'm so sorry.
This is done,
Uh-huh. So you can either do died or died.
which is similar to both.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, go ahead. 13.
No, at 9. No, at 7. He died when he was 7.
No,
17.
Oh, 17. So
I
you
think you need to go up,
You-
right?
shake it. There you go. Fling it
Because
out.
you're saying.
Oh,
7.
I'm so sorry.
Number 6, yeah.
Well, we didn't get his name though.
oh, no, no,
K-A-R-I. Kareem.
Kareem. Oh, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the basketball player.
Correct.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know how you like his name, but
Oh, okay.
I think you guys could like.
I think his name is.
Long eyes.
Oh, okay.
You know. Yes.
And then
Okay, your other brother.
E,
H
H,
D
D, I, Medi.
Medi.
Mhm.
Oh,
Thank God, Medi. 44.
he's 44.
Oh,
No.
children.
Where are you in this order? Oh, you're the last one. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're the youngest.
Surprise ending.
Wait, you're 35.
No children.
Have doggies.
One
Come
dog.
on.
Named
Oh.
K, A.
Cat.
Oh, K, A, 2 T's.
Thank you.
Yay.
I have-
That wasn't so bad.
That wasn't bad. There is
Nerve-wracking.
maybe 3 potential, but this, Jamila, I'm gonna do it. So tell you, thank your parents. And your sister.
Yeah, you just.
Predicting the future here. We're going to have.
Well, I already have like, I have like a notes list of potential baby names. So she's gonna go in the baby name potential list for girls.
And their kids have kids now, so I was not even attending that.
Well, that would have been a, yeah, no.
Yeah.
My grandma's 8 kids
Great
and her
grandnieces
26
and stuff.
grandchildren.
No.
I think that's like my grandmother. She has a total of 13 children, and every one of the 13 had at least 2 or more kids, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really confusing during family reunions. I just say, you, I don't know your name, but I know you're one of my aunts. I think, I don't know. You, I think you're a cousin. I don't know, just you. And so it's just I do a lot of pointing. I was like,
Yeah.
Hey, you. Hey.
that's what I do. You guys think I'm being crazy, but I'm like, hey, you. And they're like, my name. I was like, I don't know it, and I'm probably gonna forget it. Do you see how big this
Yeah.
family is? I was like, I am going to forget it. And everyone's like, and which daughter are you to? And I was like, and I tell like to Leroy, and they're like, and which one is that? What number is he? I'm like, he's number 4. They're like, okay, that's literally how us cousins literally distinguish. Like, so he's uncle number 4, and I was like, yeah, let's go with that. He's the 4th one. And they're like, okay, from grandma, yeah, from grandma. So he's the 4th one on the list from grandma. And they're like, okay. And they're like, and you have, I'm like, I have 1 brother. They're like, okay. This is literally how we do it thing, because we're like, there's 13 of them. It's really hard to get it all figured out. And I was like, okay, exactly. And all my uncles are in the military that were birthed from my grandma. And then all my aunts marry military men.
Oh, wow.
So, and then all of the cousins went into the military. So I have a huge military family, and all of them decided to join the Air Force. So
I was gonna
Air-
ask you, like, different branches or?
no, everybody went into the Air Force. So my dad is the one that started all of it, because my daddy went in and joined first, and then everyone followed after him.
Who's the oldest?
Yeah, you have to do your listing now.
Oh, okay. So my listing is 6. Yep. Okay,
Write-
so
Write down the ages.
no, I don't need the ages because I got them right here. Okay, so
Yeah. 70 or 80? 70. I'm sorry, what? Trini, that's right, you said that.
you guys don't know that yet, but 68, those are Rocky numbers.
Oh, yeah, okay, I
Okay.
remember this. Yeah.
Well, she's from Florida.
From Florida.
Mhm.
Mother,
I'm adding my age together with him. Wait, hold on.
you could just say their names.
Oh, sorry, his name.
L-A-R.
Oh, Leroy.
Leroy.
Mhm.
Four.
Not Florida.
Always argue.
Oh,
Yeah, growing up.
you, 37,
37.
your son, that kid out there.
Oh,
You guys understand that?
Slower,
understand.
old,
Mhm.
11.
In 2 months, in 2 months? 2 weeks.
Oh, he turns 11 in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because you're, that's week.
Yeah, in
With the
2 weeks,
number.
in 2 weeks, you'll be 11
Okay. Did you do this?
No.
soon.
Soon. Got it.
And then I said 2 weeks.
Got it. 16, 26, sorry, dog, named. Sammy. Movies. Jim. Your mom. She's very, like my mom. You don't know. Video games. Movies. Okay.
He still likes to socialize with me and hang out with me, still. Still, we're gonna see
How
the
long that lasts.
change. Yes, because he still loves being around me. So we're gonna, I'm gonna hold on to it as long as possible because I know the end is nearing. But as of right now, he loves going on mommy and Solomon dates. That's what he calls them. He's like, Mommy, can we go on a lunch date? Mommy, can we go on a dinner date? Mommy, can we do a mommy and Solomon date? That's what he calls it. He calls it date.
I love that.
I know, right? Isn't that the cutest?
Cute.
Even though my other friends like, you should tell him to call it something else. People may think something different.
Oh my gosh, people, no.
And I was like, no, when he says mommy and Solomon, they're gonna think that it's perverted. And
Not
he,
perverted, but
and they're going like, they're gonna think it's romantic. I was like, really? When he says mommy and Solomon date, I was like, I would think people would think like, that's so cute.
once as a
Yeah.
teenager, it'll be,
Probably weird.
you know, probably.
Okay. As of right now, it's
For
cute.
now, it's very.
Yeah, so we go on mommy and Solomon dates, like every week. And he loves it.
How would you sign, I know you probably told me that, but, ago, like, when was it, years ago?
Oh,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
3 years ago. So you just go like that, 3 years ago.
Oh, okay, so you would just like, do the number of years.
With the number incorporation, so you just go 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 8 years ago. So yeah.
We need to practice my numbers, like specifically 6, 7, 8. 8 are really hard.
But 6,
Like, you have to-
7, 8, and 9.
It's like in my mind, like I know that, but, and I have to look at it, like,
Yeah.
which is, it's funny, 'cause I'm like, 7. And it's like, oh wait, I have to show you, hold on.
You're so cute. Maybe I should wait for the rocking numbers, because if you have challenges with 6, 7, 8, and 9, you would have challenges with the rocking numbers.
7 and 8 are hard for me because like I have to very clearly.
Think
look
of a
at,
field
like,
goal. 8 makes it your field goal.
It's less about that and like which finger are you actually using?
Oh,
Yeah,
so I was like, if you look
like,
at your hand, the
that's
number
actually-
8
yeah.
makes a field goal.
Like I'm like, which one is this? Which one is this? Neither of them look bigger or smaller.
So it makes like a field goal.
So does the other one.
That's a field goal? No, this is like this I think of this as a football American has a little field goal for us, so they kick the thingy through.
Oh, this one's a good thing.
This is also that kind of.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah, if you look at these 2 fingers, but
Oh, I didn't do that. Okay, I was doing this, how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind, don't use my
but
logic
it's
then.
good, like when you have a wedding ring, then we know like they, or you have a ring, sorry. We know which finger that.
Yes.
is, but- So it's just. I think it's easier for me to do the other 2 because.
6
you
and
can see
9.
that they're on the end.
Right.
And this looks like the beginning.
And then the middle. So maybe, okay, so for the rocking numbers, they're hard.
Okay.
They're a challenge. And the only time you use the rocking numbers is for numbers that are paired together with 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those are the rocking numbers that are paired together 6, 7, 8, and 9. So numbers that are paired together with those numbers, those are considered rocking numbers. And the reason we do that is because it's very hard to see a distinction between, you go like 60, 67, it's really hard to see that. So that's the reason why we rock them. So the way it goes is, think of a number line in your head. And so what we're gonna do is that when we're doing the number line with our fingers, we are gonna go up the number line when we're going from 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're gonna go up the number line like this. So it's 67, it's 67. Very good, so 67. And then I wanna go up the number line again, because I'm going to the next number. I'm jumping up to the next number, so it's 68. Very good. And then I'm going to be jumping up to the next number for 69. So I'm going to go 69. So for the 60s, it looks like this: 67, 68, 69.
What if it's 61 and?
You don't have to rock them
61?
because they're not paired together with the numbers 6, 7, 8, or 9.
66 is that.
And 66, so all numbers that are double, they do a bouncy. So very easy. So you go and you go 65, 66, and you're like, oh, rocking numbers, 67, 68, 69.
It's kind of like 12, or it's like 16-ish.
Yeah, that's 16, 17,
Oh, yeah.
18, 19.
So,
So,
but is that also like saying 68?
yeah, so you go 68,
Oh, teenage.
the
Oh,
TH.
TH. So you wouldn't, like, the rocking, you would rock to say a
Uh-huh.
third is the same thing, like the same motion, you say
So
third.
third. Mhm.
Okay.
So now we gotta do in the 70 set. So since 76, we gotta go like this. We're gonna rock 76.
So the bigger number is to your left.
Because in a number line, since I have to go when I'm going backwards, I have to go backwards to get to the 6. So I have to go 76. So I go 76. But then 77, I bounce it. Now I have to go back up to get to 78. So I go 78, 79.
Oh.
So again, with the 70s, it's 76, 78, 79. This takes practice. And then let's do the groups for the 80s. So for the 80s, I gotta go backwards to get to the 86. And for the 87, it looks like this. So 86, 87, and then 88, and then 89. And then all the 90s, you have to go backwards. So it's 96, 97, 98. And then 99, and then 100 for 1 century.
Yeah, one, but the one is facing the right.
You go 1C. And then you start again, you go 101, 102, 103.
So like in the real world, or like Joe, for example, if he bounced the wrong way, like, is that gonna be a?
We just want to tell him that he's just doing it wrong if he bounces the wrong way. Just say like, oh, that's wrong. It's shown like that. So the rocking numbers again are 67, 68, 69, 76, 78, 79, 86, 87, 89, 96, 97, 98.
12? There's 12 rocking numbers?
Yep. So,
Oh, math.
so any questions about the rocking numbers?
I feel like it's less painful than you're making it, or. than it-
Well, every student has told me that these are awful, I hate them, and I don't ever want to use them.
Like, it makes sense, but it's one of those things that you have to like train.
Your brain.
Cause, I mean, one of the hardest things for, well, not the hardest thing in this class, but is retraining my brain for like certain signs, specifically like the number 3. Like I've always done the number 3 like this.
Yep.
But in, you know, in sign language, it's different. So it's retraining my brain to, like what fingers to hold up and stuff like that. So, just practice.
Yes, it does take practice. A lot of my students are like, I hate the rocking numbers. I'm never going to use them. And I'm like, okay. And then if they see someone doing it, they just like turn away and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, I don't understand that. I don't even want to look at it. And I was like, okay. So yeah, so everyone has told me, you guys are the only first group of people that have told me like, this ain't too bad. You're the first group in over 13 years of teaching.
Just not that stressed about it, I guess.
So yes,
We'll see and like, would our homework be Joe doing them? Who would our homework be?
well, it won't be Joe. It won't be Joe. It'd be another deaf person.
They can only kill you right now.
Would it be you?
No, there is a video that I have from the curriculum that I use that they are doing the rocking numbers. And that's what you would use. Oh, so did any of you guys sign up for ASL 103? Because I don't know that Miss Rochelle do it. As of right now, today's the last class. I just need to know, do I need to come in next week or do I need to come in 2 weeks? I'm just trying to plan.
I did not.
Okay, so I didn't see them say about Miss Rochelle, so, oh, all right, I just wait to see what they tell me.
I'm gonna hazard a guess that you probably don't have to come in next week.
I'm gonna,
That's just a guess though.
I'm just gonna guess that I don't have to come in next week then. I just wanted to make sure before I like made plans, like I have free plans, coming up because in 2 weeks, my parents are visiting. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, is there gonna be a class or is there not gonna be a class? So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. Class or no class? That's what I'm just trying to figure out.
Now, I eventually do want to take 103. Right now is, I don't know how you say shit show at work, right? But it's it.
It's all fucked up.
Yeah. Maybe,
It's
hold on.
bouncing twos. It's like, please, it's like
Oh,
12.
what's that?
Is that 12?
Yeah, that means that it's all effed up. Cause this means messed up. And so this means it's effed up.
All right, well, yes. That it is.
Speaking of life events.
Yeah, that now you guys are going to learn about life events. Yes, you guys can take ASL 103 anytime that you want. I just always caution my students, like, don't forget to study. Don't forget to study. Because I know that life happens, but don't forget to study.
Because I know that this is definitely something that needs practice and everything, and I know you
Yeah.
can dedicate
I'm
that,
really
right?
excited. I mean, during Saturday, like, you had to work and like out of class.
That is absolutely correct. I am so happy that finally someone understands that outside of class, you still have to work on it. You
Yeah.
still have to study.
You don't have time to like invest in it outside of class, it's like a lot. Yeah.
One of the things that I like that Lindsay does is signing the song. Oh, I like picking songs or, I don't know, yeah, picking songs and learning how to sign the songs. Ish.
So another question that I ask is, do you guys still want to be on the email blast that I do for deaf events?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because typically what I do is that if I have a student that is not going to be signing up for like additional classes, I will keep them on the email blast for at least about 3 times. And if I don't see them at my event, I'm just like, I guess they're not interested. And then I take them off of the email blast. So I'll send you an email for like 3 times, but if I don't see you at an event, then I just be like, okay, I guess they're not interested, or maybe they're too busy right now. And then I wait to see if you guys contact me and say like, hey, Lampra, can you tell me when the next deaf event is? And then I'll put you back on the email list. Here's what I do.
And is there another 103 class that you're doing right now?
I'm doing a 103 class that is private. But he has as of right now, he's already had 5 classes of 101 already, but he only does like 1 hour each. So he has 3 classes left. And he'll be finished on later June.
I'm just curious if you had other like group classes, you just have the one private.
Oh, no. So, I just started an ASL 101 group class. I have an ASL 503 group class. And then the rest are private. So I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 3 privates and 2 group classes.
This is private.
Remember saying at the same time as secret
I thought
password?
secret was
Oh, you think of
Hive.
Hive.
secret password.
Secret password and private. So I have 3 private students, and then I have 2 group classes, and those are ASL 503. Those are what my ASL 3/4 students. And then I just started last Wednesday ASL 101 class, just last Wednesday evening. So yeah, with 3 students in that one. But one person is missing 2 weeks of class, so she's basically gonna be missing all of unit 1. So yeah.
This is when we were in the other, you guys weren't here, we were in the other building for like our first one.
So yeah, I had that last. So yeah, I have those classes, and then my one of my privates, they meet with me twice a week, because they really want to be fluent. So I meet with them twice a week for 2 hours each. And then my other private, I only meet with them once a week for like 1 hour. That's it. So life events, and since I don't have my phone, I need someone to keep the time.
Oh, yeah, it's. Right?
3. Oh, so 3:21.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
You.
I just remember you saying 21.
Yes, that is.
Yeah, and I knew that too, but I just.
So-
The only number that I have like something specific, like.
No. 23.
23 and 25.
Okay.
So these are live events, and you sign these. So if you look in the ASL dictionary, the sign for events will pop up as this. It was like, oh, the sign for events is this, but this is for an event that you're going to, more like a social. This events are like happenings or occurrings. So that's why we sign it life happens. So that's really it's really what it's saying is life happens. But you interpret it or translate it as life events. So with that, the first time. So the first time.
This is first,
Like the first time you're doing something.
and then.
Then first as in an
First.
ordinal number, like the first door on the left. Or the
so you
first
can't say
building.
First time.
You can, but it's not actually correct because this is more of a ordinal number, more of a directional thing, like, or more of a placement type of number. This is more to deal with like a certain type of event or like a life occurrence. Like if you want to say that you're gonna be a first time aunt.
First.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Or-
that second, third,
No, it's just that this is only
I like. Just the one.
Just the one.
I'll take it.
just the one. Just the one. But then, second, third, then you do that. Like, this is the second time I came. So we all just confusing you.
It's okay.
And then if it's the 60.
It's the 67th time, yes.
The TH.
Yeah, the 67th time, so yeah.
But when we're talking about your grandma who has 26 kids, she would be a 26-time grandma.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she got a lot of grandkids. I was just like, damn it, man. I just got the one son. And maybe we'll add 2 more, which is why I'm collecting baby names. One will be adopted, I know that, and then the other one I have to figure out how to get that. So I was like,
You have to figure it out.
yeah, because I have to figure out, do I want to, because one of my I was like, I have to either go to that
Like, if
bank.
you have a kid already, like, I'm not sure. Right?
Yeah, but that was with my ex-husband. I don't want to do it with him again. That'd be disgusting. And so I either had to go to the bank, or one of my friends have suggested, like, I could help with this. I was like, kind of weird.
What kind of friends are these?
Nerd.
Really sorry I asked.
That's a little.
That's what I told him.
That's
That's why I told him, it's like, he's like, I just give you the sample. And I was like,
Don't do it.
I'm like, no, that's just, and just weird. I'm like,
Weird is
oh,
This is
that's
wild.
weird.
weird.
Across the nose. Yeah, and I told Ed that,
For like, yeah.
and I said, and that'd be effed up. I was like, ew, and ew. I was like, no, I'll just go to the bank. I was like, he's like, it's the same thing. I'm like, no, I know you.
Yeah, you did that.
And I will see you like all the time. And that would be like weird to look at. I'm like, don't you think? And he's like, no.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, weird. I'm like, but things were off.
But.
So yes, and if it's
Like, look at the time.
so I didn't say that because we were gaming, and I'm like, oh, pause game.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, sweetie, no. I was like, that's, and he's like, I'm just trying to help a sister out, and I was like, I was like, I just go to the bank. I just go to the bank. And he's like, okay. And then he wanted to come along with me. I was like, no, I want to see what this looks like. And I was like,
You're a little too involved, buddy.
he found it so curious. He's like, this is so curious. He's like, I never actually heard someone actually doing this in real life, and I want to see it. And I was like, it's a private.
Run.
I said, this is a private thing, and he's like, okay. So the last time is the last time. That's the last time we gamed together. So now we just do it on online now. So last time. So last time, and this means
But.
And like the small.
it's
Different.
small. So it's small, and different is bigger.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
But I
And-
saw earlier you did this with like, with one finger.
Did I do one finger?
Lazy?
Maybe it was a lazy thing. Maybe it was a lazy thing.
Now you're empowering us to call all these people lazy.
Well, don't tell them that they're lazy, but that's really what they are. And then this is to pass down to somebody. So like pass down, or you could say, or I inherited, or they gave it to me. Like I tell my daddy, like, you gave me your stubbornness, so why are you complaining? And he's like, no, this is true. This is young or youth or youthful. That's what the blonde lady did when she said that her 2 sisters were like young. Now, if they're a teenager, this is how the Westie do it. The Westie goes like this, but we in the South, we go up like that. Cause someone told me like teenagers try to behave like adults or older than they are. So that's why we go up like this in the South.
Wait, is it a T?
Uh-huh. But in the West Coast, they go down with it. I don't know. I don't know the reason why.
So is this like boy, girl? it seems like the same thing as like parents.
Yeah.
And.
But I was told by, I don't know if someone was like joking with me. They're like, tell your students the reason for this sign is because teenagers try to act grown or older than they are. And I was like, well, that makes sense. And everyone was like laughing. I was like, they're like, you will understand what's up. And I was like,
Oh.
like,
How
you know
does
what?
that relate to grown, like that you're going up, like.
So,
we're
yeah.
going up?
Mhm. And this is the sign for adults. And this is license. This is any kind of license. You will put like driver license and like hairstyling license or like,
Even license plate.
yeah, and even license plate or could you need your computer license? I don't know, like any kind of like, oh, like medical license or like dentistry license. But if you see what the letter C, it means certificate.
Oh,
Like you guys are supposed to get for finishing the
Okay.
classes. Mhm.
I didn't even think about it. I think it's in good shape for like, the license. It's actually.
Oh, license plate,
Right?
Yeah.
I can see that, language.
Well, that's the old sign for language. Now we do with letter S.
I can already see you getting confused.
Graduate is the letter G turning upside down like that.
Grade.
Grade and graduate.
So against your, the top of your hand, that big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Going back to license, like, how would you say the permit? Or is that-
You have to finger spell permit because we don't have a sign for that. But we have a sign for license and certificate for that for permit. And I'm like, okay.
So driving, like driver's license, is that car?
Car, you go car license. And then when you get to be 18, you're allowed to vote
The ballot.
because you're stuffing the ballot. Very good. Not to confuse it with T.
That's what I was thinking about that.
So this is T and this is voting because you're stuffing the ballot.
Why are they X?
Because when you're taking the tea bag, you're dipping the tea bag. And when they used to put it in,
It's more just like the finger shape of when you're.
and then when you're putting in the ballot, you go, whoop, whoop.
I don't think they.
It's not related to being an F at all.
No.
It happens to
It
look
just
like.
happens to look like.
Yeah. And this is to get something. This is mean to get anything. So you just go like this. It means to get anything. Like if you want to tell your husband, can you get me a drink? Or so I'm gonna store to get me some ice cream.
So if I was getting you something, it would go.
No, just like, oh, I want to get you something.
What is win?
When
Kinda
as
close
in-
to that, like a game,
oh, remember we learned it.
win.
Oh, reviewing. Okay, so this is like you take my trophy.
Win.
I'm hitting go and get.
Yeah.
So you're bringing it
Towards
towards you. And this is degree, any kind of degree. So it's not.
There
something-
again, language.
Language.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do so good in the handshake game.
It's not a good thing if you are like, wait a minute, which one? Okay, so you wiggle it like this, it's a language, you go like this.
Sounds
Great.
like the language, I almost think about like a pen, like you're writing. That's how I.
Oh, that's so good. I'm gonna remember that to use that.
Like you're writing.
Well, I never heard of it.
So grad school is this. This is grad school. I don't recommend going. It's expensive. Grad school.
And lose. That.
Yep.
A V. Grad school, lose.
Mm-hmm. Job offer is a job suggestion.
Job Suggestion,
Uh-huh.
mountain.
Mountain, yes. So job suggestion.
You can get a
Suggestion?
mountain of job.
Wait,
Well,
mountain is,
suggestion.
you missed a, yeah, work and then go that way.
Uh-huh. And this is just a job suggestion, which is called a job offer. And then you can, I didn't put the accept the job, but you can job accept. Mm-hmm. Also mean to tolerate. Adopt. Mhm. Accept.
This is a good time, by the way. It's 3:33.
Okay, thank you. And then hired, but this also means welcome and invite too. Hired, welcome and invite.
So that's welcome as, you're like, welcome.
Like welcome to Starbucks, or you're welcome into my home,
So-
or that I invited you to the party.
See, there's so many signs that we know now that everything is
Yeah.
gonna be like something else, like introduce
Mhm.
and welcome.
Oh, yeah,
It's
but
half of introduce.
it is. And you get a job promotion. So job elevated.
Elevate.
Uh-huh,
Not,
not improved. So job elevated is job promotion.
Job, grow up.
Yeah, okay,
I'm a big fan of it.
yeah. And then sometimes you decide, well, you don't really decide, well, your company decides for you and you get fired. Because they said this was supposed to be your head on the chopping block.
Oh, gee.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's the reason for the sign I found out. I asked somebody, they're like, the head on the chopping block, you know, the hearing people say. And I was like,
Guess there's no
I've
sign
never
for
heard that
guillotine.
before.
Oh, there's a sign for guillotine?
yeah.
It's not the same as a head on a fire. Guillotine.
So some people get laid off. Laid off. What's different?
Just trying to find something.
being
for
fired.
reference.
No, I'm wondering how fired and laid off are different.
Oh,
Oh.
because when you get laid off, it's because they can't afford you anymore and you get a severance pay for like 3 months.
Well, take-
When you get fired, it's because you either did something wrong or you caused
Yeah.
the company to lose money or
laid
something
off
of
is like,
that.
I have no fault. So technically, to get laid off, you're allowed to claim unemployment if you get fired.
Yeah, and
So
and
you
then-
make a mistake.
yeah, and when you're getting laid off, they give you a severance package for at least 3 months that kind of help you out with finding another job. So for 90 days, they give you your same salary as you were working there, and then after that 90 days, it stops.
That's if you like it, like, I don't think you have to be doing it. So,
Really?
kind of
I
like a
think it's
week
like-
per company.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was like
That's
universal.
kinda Like, they lay you off, like, then, or you can claim unemployment. So you're not left without nothing, but you can have unemployment.
I had no idea. I thought all companies give you,
So,
oh,
Is this like this or like,
and then it's like this.
like again on a week?
Yes. Because I was working with a private school and they didn't have enough students enrolled. So they couldn't afford to pay like all the teachers like salaries. So they had to lay off teachers to afford to like pay everyone. And I was the last one hired, so I was the first one to get laid off
Yeah.
at a private school that I taught in Sandy Springs. And they gave me, they paid my salary for like 90 days. And they said, and I thought that was just typical.
How did you do enough?
Enough.
So it's the opposite of getting fired.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like,
So,
enough is towards you.
So fired,
Fired
is
is
the hand,
Hand up.
so,
Fired.
and then.
This means enough or
Enough
full.
firing.
Mhm.
Got enough getting fired.
Yes.
Getting fired.
I've never been tired.
But then laid off is, it kind of looks like excuse me. This is excuse me and also forgiveness. So excuse me or forgiveness. And one time around is laid off.
Oh, you're doing multiple for excuse me.
And forgiveness. So this is excuse me or forgiveness, and this is laid off.
So it's kind of
Ish.
like money, like you're getting money. Because you're laid off. You're getting a
Money
severance.
is- money is this, right? Money isn't, oh,
I guess you could say this is like you're getting paid, even though you're laid off, and you're just
Okay,
fired.
money.
It's a mix of both.
Let's go with that.
Like that.
Get fired and money.
hey, it's time to know.
This is old because of the beard. Now, retired, there's 3 different signs depending on what region you live in. Here in the South, we do it with letter R's. In some regions up north, they call it a holiday or vacation.
Permanent one.
Yeah.
Fire.
And then the Westies, they do it with letter L's that don't make sense. So there are 3 different ways of signing retire. So it's with the letter R's, or holiday or vacation, or with the letter L's, what the Westies do.
Maybe it's the leisure.
Supposed to live.
Because we decide we have all the time to be like enjoying leisure.
Okay, maybe, let's go with that.
But live is.
This is live,
But that's also our way of doing it.
Yeah.
yeah, our
Everyone
way of
else does
doing it,
that way.
but the Westies, they go with
Uh,
A.
Yeah.
That's.
And then you die.
We didn't learn.
Mm-mm.
I think
What was
the
the
other
other
one
die?
better.
And then this is another way for die or dead, or you went missing.
Yeah, I looked at like this one because it said pass away, and I felt like pass away is still sounds like softer than not be dead,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you just
Like rolling over grave. And then we have exit, is that right?
This is exit or exit. And then we have ATM.
It's too many.
All right, so this one we're going to talk about the age spot, but you guys already know this. Okay, here is something that you guys are going to be introduced to at this moment, but you will do more of this in ASL 103 when you guys take it, is how do I tell the difference and what sign do I use for the English language? We call that concept accurate signing. So what that means is that in the English language, we have one word to mean various different meanings. That can be kind of confusing. So in ASL, you can't use the same sign for all the multiple meanings that that word has in English. So you have to choose a different sign depending on what the meaning for that word is. One of the words we're going to lose is the sign for. There are 3 different meanings in the English language for for. So we use 3 different signs for. So if I want to say for, like this is like intended for you, or this is meant for you, I'm going to go like this. So I want to say, this coffee is for you. Is this for me? So you're going to do like this. For me, for you.
Isn't this don't think?
You mean don't know?
I was just kind of thinking of it as the same thing as doing like don't want or something like you're throwing something.
Oh, no,
But not everything is like that.
Mm-mm. So this is just for.
Or
And this for is meant for, intended to, or meant for. Now, if I want to say for as in time, like, hey, you've been with your sweetheart for 3 years now. So you would do for 3 years, sweetheart together.
so it's 2 things.
So it's 2 fingers like that. This means for, but only used in connection when it is related to time. Like you can say like, for 6 months, I've been learning ASL.
Or it's forever.
Oh, forever.
Also, it's not.
all
Always going forward.
always.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it that as well?
This is that.
What is his channel called? ASL.
ASL that.
No, he does
Maybe that's
that.
Me too, we can that.
Yeah, that is, this is a
Very
deaf
clearly
thing.
a why.
This is a deaf thing. Can we go that. It also means this. So this and that. And then remember, this is OIC.
I want to see that video
Same
again,
one.
send it to Rochelle, can we have it?
Yes.
Like, this is even that.
This.
Hmm.
So how often would you do the third one yet?
No, not yet. And then if you wanted to say like why, another way of saying why, or you want like what for, or what is the purpose of that, you can do for, but you want to bring your eyebrows down and go like this. You do it twice. You go for. So like if Solomon comes up to me and say like, Mommy, I want $50, and I'll be like,
Instead of saying why.
instead of saying why, I can do what for what? And he's like, to buy a game. I'm like, hell no. So yeah. So we have for, which is the meaning of meant for or intended to. We have for as in like time, like for 6 months been learning ASL, and then we have 4-4 to be used as why, what for, what is the purpose of that. So a lot of deaf people, instead of signing why, a lot of deaf people go,
So maybe that's like what?
mm-mm, that's very English. We just go,
So if you were to ask me the time and I would answer this way, like, we are in class, so there's not really an R, right? So
Mm.
like, class for some number of minutes. Duration.
no, you say for 4 minutes left.
So you wouldn't use that for.
Uh-uh.
duration. But you said.
Oh.
6 months, you know what I mean?
Wait,
So
wait, say,
we've been together for, so where, are you
So
saying?
you said 4 or 6 weeks is like.
yeah, but it went
Or-
in relation to time for something.
Sorry, your phone's dying.
Oh, that's fine, baby.
That is time, 6 minutes with the, that would be-
So say your sentence again.
We are going to be in class for another 16 minutes.
Okay, so I will actually say for myself, like 16 minutes left.
But if you could use 4.
Uh-huh,
what
like
you're
for
saying.
16 minutes, class is left, yes.
And I think my question really is like, how much are we using for and since in the real world versus like, if you were to say like, why? Like, I feel like since is
It-
that is the kind of like English way of saying, like, you do something, why?
Oh, I see. I think I understand what you're saying.
So how often are we like, are you asking the question versus saying something like since?
We're not really asking that question. Like someone may ask you when using since, they're like, so, and this also means up until. So like, if someone wants to say, like, let's say that someone asked Brittany, like, hey, so where are you from? And then I'm like, from Florida, and they're like, so up until now, you only lived in Georgia and Florida. So that's where we can use the since or for or up until now. Does that make sense for how do we sign the sign for for? Yeah, so this means for, since, and up until.
Yeah, definitely send the video to all of us.
It's, yeah,
So-
I think it's an interesting thing because when you send like videos, you usually will do like, I'm doing something, why?
Mhm.
And then you'll just explain it without saying since,
Yes, I'm doing a rhetorical question.
right? So is it more often that people would act like that or that they would use like since?
No, they probably will use rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are very common and used in ASL. So we all know what it means. A rhetorical question is a question that doesn't require an answer, that you answer yourself. So in ASL, we do that a lot. So if I want to say, like, if I want to say I'm taking ASL class, I'll be like, class taking what? ASL. So I put in a WH question at the end of the sentence to make it into a question, but it's not really a question. That's why I raise my eyebrows up. So class taking what? ASL. So we do that a lot in the deaf community and in ASL to grab people's attention.
So it seems like since and for are more English types of concepts.
Sometimes it depends on when you use it. Like once again, when someone comes up to me,
Cause you could say for what, or you could say why.
yeah, I can say why, or I can say for. But I want to say for what, I want to do that. So for what, you just replace it with the for.
So does it matter like which one you do?
So you can still do why.
Or is for what like a more forceful way of saying why?
No, it's just another way of saying why. It's just up to you which one you want to do. If you can't remember the sign for why, you're like, wait, there's another way that Lambert said I can use why. Oh, I can do this. And the deaf person will be kind of impressed because this is more of a deaf thing.
I feel like it's like a simplified, like when you do like
Do.
Yeah, you know, as opposed to like, what are you doing? Or, you know, you're doing what? You know.
And this is, and more deaf people and not more native signers will do this sometimes to do why. So if a native signer saw you doing this, they're like, oh. They will be impressed because this is more of a deaf thing. And so they like, she's either learning from a deaf teacher or she's hanging around a lot of deaf people because they don't teach this in school. That is more of a like advanced concept, and hanging around more of native signers do this. Cause in school, they teach you, it's just why, that's it.
Formal way.
Yeah, they teach like the more formal way. This is more, I guess you could say the more laid back way. And like, well, why are you doing that? So, or I mean, we just, if that makes more sense.
It does.
Okay, yay.
The same with like, you know, any other language, you know, like I remember when I was learning Spanish in high school, like you have like the textbook, you know, where is the library?
What is your name is what, or what is your name?
Exactly.
Yes. And I guess it's the same way in French, because I didn't learn French growing up, but I'm guessing the French teacher here, she probably teaches a more formal way of doing French than casual speaking, like you and your family does.
I was tempted to take one class and see, just not say anything. I wonder how they teach French, like here, like out of curiosity.
You can actually, what you can do is actually you can sit in on one of the classes for free.
Oh, really?
And say that you're observing the class.
Oh, really?
We talked to the Spanish teacher. Is she a French teacher as well? Stephanie?
Oh, Stephanie's only a Spanish teacher. She speaks 4 languages. I did not know this.
Or
Me-
one.
You,
Spanish.
mhm.
Listening.
Yeah, but you,
four.
yeah, before it's like this with the listing. There you go.
Oh. Really?
That looks
Oh,
like
I was
you're wonky. There you go.
One.
Uh-huh.
2. Is it French?
She may speak it, but she may not teach it.
She doesn't teach. 3. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
No, it's because of the hats that they wear. The hats that they wear.
I don't remember what the fourth one.
Koreans wear hat.
What? How do they wear it?
You know, when they're in the field and they're working, they wear these hats, and it's part of their culture, I've been told. So that's why this,
So hat like this. It's kind of like no.
it's like the shape of their hats.
I'm thinking of all the signs that. remind
Oh,
me of those.
and then
No.
what was the fourth one, you know?
I think she's learning Korean.
Oh, she's not fluent in it. Okay, so she's learning Korean. And then what's the fourth one? So maybe she only knows.
Stephanie, goddamn it, we have to go see her again.
So basically she speaks 3 languages then, because she's learning one of them.
But I'm pretty sure she said 4.
I know she said,
She teaches Spanish, sometime if a Spanish teacher is absent, or they need more like Spanish classes, and she will jump in and teach a Spanish class, yeah.
I know she said one of the few signs that she.
Everyone kind of knows that sign.
Yeah.
That's very commonly used. But yeah, I just know that she does Spanish, and sometimes she does Spanish, and then the actually French teacher, she told me her story. I don't think that she's actually French.
There you go.
Can French people teach French? Or only
I-
French?
I don't think that. Is it that her dad was French? Is that how she knows it? Someone in her family is French, and they taught her French.
French family.
And but I don't think that she's actually French herself. So
Strawberry.
but I believe she's teaching a formal way of doing French and not like a casual.
Yeah, she's probably like textbook.
Yeah, it's probably because she does use a textbook.
Yeah, she was going to France and people would speak the way she's teaching and be like,
For what?
What are you talking, you're not here.
So maybe that's it. I don't really know, but I know that she carries and she uses a book.
Yeah.
So I do know that.
6 minutes.
Oh, 6 minutes.
6.
So I believe, yeah, she uses a textbook, but I believe it's maybe formal French, but I'm not for sure. So yeah. So I believe that we can go through the stages of a relationship. So these are the different stages of a relationship. So
They married, divorced, done.
Those are all school that you just did.
I'm about to teach all those. So there are 4 different ways of signing single. I don't know the reason why, but there's 4. So you can go that you are single like this, or you can say that you're a bachelor or bachelorette, or you can just say that I'm single, or you can go single. So there's 4 different ways that you can sign the sign.
So this is like
Only,
only.
and like alone or by myself, and this is single, or you can go bachelorette.
Yeah. Half of a restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this means you have a good friend. So this means you have a good friend.
Like, I-
Yeah, you're like tight, but this is a bestie, or you guys are really close. So this means that you're besties or you're super close. And this means dating or dates. Now, in the dating world, which sucks, they have different stages of this. You can be talking. So it means that it means in ASL, it means that you're processing. This is talking. This is what the younger deaf sign is, talking. The older deaf are clueless to know what this means because they will ask you. And then you finger spell talking and they're like, and then you try to figure out a way to describe what that means. But this is talking. This means dating, or you're gonna go on a date together. And then this means you're gonna go out or you're leaving. So you can ask somebody like, hey, do you two want to go out, or do you want to go out or something? So this means to go out. This means to get together. So to get together. This means that you get along with each other. So you get along. Begin. Or it's something in my video, I just said like, let's get started, or let's begin. This also means to go forward as well. So all depends how you're using it in a sentence.
I mean, technically, you can get along, you have a sense of one and forward.
Yes.
With that.
But you don't begin.
You can say you. Let's continue, or let's
It's just a
begin.
different- Yeah.
Now in the deaf community, this means relationship, which so it's number 8 connected together means a relationship. That's mean when you're that means that you're in exclusive. So it's just only you two. That's why I explained to the older deaf. I was like, dating does not mean that I'm in a relationship. And they're like,
Yeah.
and they give me that, oh, and I was like, yes, in today's society, you can date does not mean that you're in a relationship. It still means that you're looking and you're figuring it out. And you're trying to see which one is going to become this. And they're like, oh. So I have to explain to them that dating is not bad. It does not mean that a person is a whore, because that's what one woman called me. She said, so you're a whore then. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, whoa, back that up. And then she's like, because you're dating all these guys. And I was like, but I'm not in a relationship with any of them. And she's like, but doesn't dating mean a relationship? I'm like, no, not in today's society. Maybe back in the day, but not in today's
I
society.
don't think those dating back in the day was floating and then the relationship or not. We're getting pinned.
Yes. So
Getting pinned.
so I had to explain that, I'm like, no, dating just means that I'm just going out on dates and I'm trying to understand them and trying to understand me. And they're like, oh, Liz, that's dating. I'm like, yes, and I can do that with multiple people. And that's perfectly fine. And they're like, so do you, she's like, do you? And I was like, no. And I was like, not everyone that goes out on dates, they're not all doing this. I was like, we're just doing this. I was like, I don't know who told you that. And they're like, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was explaining the wrong thing. I'm like, yeah. I was like,
Jump to conclusion by calling you.
yes, she did. Mhm.
I cannot do that. I cannot stand it.
I can, this is shy. And
This is not shy.
this is not shy.
I mostly just wanna know, so I never use it.
And, or you can say that you're a couple or you're together.
You're in a relationship or you're a couple.
Yeah, so you're a couple or you're in a relationship, so you're a couple.
Wait, are you doing like this, or are you?
You can do it either, you can shake it or you can go around in a circle. So it's up to you. And then this would mean your sweetheart, your partner, your honey bun.
Is this also like a couple of things, like, or a pair of things?
Well,
Instead of two things?
Well, but
Well, this is with, and
Oh,
so
it's
when
like-
you're like with that person.
Yeah.
And this is love.
Love.
And this is when you fall in love. Yeah.
Goodness.
And this means to settle down. This is also to tell someone to settle down as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
which one are you?
Your heart skips a beat. That's what someone tells me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you're like skipping. Someone told me like, so you're skipping walks on the lake.
Oh.
I was like, that helps you remember sure. And this is the proposed marriage. It's the box. Or you can do it the Westy way and say suggest marriage. So suggest marriage.
It's kind of funny because the,
Other generation was probably proposing like suggesting marriage.
Yeah.
Nice one like the box.
because the sign for proposed marriage is like the opposite of actually being married.
So being married and
Oh,
then
You know what I
proposing.
mean? Yeah, it's like the opposite.
And this means engage, because it's the letter E on your ring finger. So this is engage, or some people swirl it around for engage.
The rock.
On the rock on your finger. And this is to argue or fight. Now, there's different levels of arguing and fighting in the deaf community. So this is just like, you argue, you fight, your debate. It's not that really big a deal. This is a blow up. This is a really bad verbal exchange. It gets heated. That is this. This is what me and my brother had growing up.
Like more.
Yeah, more class. But this is just like arguing, fighting, debating, not really a big deal. But it is that when it gets like serious, like yelling, screaming, cursing, slamming doors type of thing, Jerry Springer, Maury, that is this.
But this is gonna be kind of a weird question, but
Yeah.
this is not a physical fight.
No, this is not a physical fight. It's all verbally or signing related. Not like a physical fight. That is this. This is a physical fight. If it gets to be physical, then we say like that's like the abusive part of it. This is just only through your words or through signing. And if you don't get along with somebody, you either do like don't get along, or you say that we not get along.
We don't move forward.
Very good. You don't move forward. If you fall out of love, it's love has faded away. So the love has resolved or the love has faded away.
As.
You? Uh-huh.
What
Or-
is things fingers down?
Oh, I don't know why. That's the Westy way.
Okay.
So we just say love has faded away.
Quite a complicated sign, it's like, it's almost like 20 words.
Okay, we don't use that sign for breakup anymore. No, we don't use that. We just say the relationship's over. This also means relationship over, and we also mean let it go. Now, the Westies do, it's off. So that's how the Westie sign break up, that it's off.
This is off as
Uh,
well.
No, not like, okay, what do you mean like off?
Oh, okay.
Like, but using it in a sentence, like turn off the lights, turn on the lights, or,
Like something is off versus on. like an appliance. It's always appliance related when you're signing.
Or like.
then we just finger spell OFF. Like, we just do
Is
off.
that what you just did though?
So
Finger
it's like,
spelling
it's
off.
2 people and it's off. So, yeah, we are finger spelling off. But if we just doing it with 2 people.
That makes
Like,
sense.
what about the word off, like if you're saying, we're calling off a meeting?
We're canceling it.
Okay,
So we will use a sign for cancel.
Very cool.
It's almost like you have to think about synonyms. a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you think about calling off, which is like canceling, so you have to find a synonym for that, and then that's what you assign.
It's like when you say you're feeling blue.
Yes, and not just blue, but you're actually feeling sad.
Right?
Now, if you want to say that we're separated, it's this. This means separate. But this means separate anything like, oh, I need to separate the clothes, or you two need to separate, or my friend and her husband, they're separated. So it depends on how you're using the term, but it still means separate. And then to go your separate ways is this. Now, this could be any relationship where it's a friendship, a romantic relationship with a family member, like anything, with a job. You just do, this means go your separate ways of cease to associate.
whether you're fired
or laid off. Mhm. Now, divorce, there's 2 signs for divorce. You're going to see majority of people sign it like with the letter D's going like that for divorce. But the second way you may see it that is Westy Midwestern is marriage over or marriage done. So in Florida, we do sign it like this, but when I moved up here in Georgia, everyone signs it like this in Georgia.
Is this like D's like you start up and then go down? Or
No, they like-
dating and then you
Yep, they go like
start
that.
dating?
Some people will only do 1 D. That's what some Midwesterners would do, but here in Georgia, everyone does 2 Ds like this for divorce. And then in Florida and in more other Western, like California-ish area, they all go like this, like the marriage is over.
So it makes more sense though, because like that is,
Yeah.
you're married, right? Like legally speaking, and then you divorce. This one's almost like you don't date no more.
Yes, I agree, and I have told that to the Atlanteans and the Georgians, and we had a debate about this, because I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
It's like,
Because-
you know,
Because I even explained that all in ASL, I'm like, this means marriage, correct? And they're like, yeah, I'm like, this means finish. They're like, yes, I'm like,
yeah,
How does that compute to that?
emphasize the legality of it. It's like,
and basically what I was told is this is really signing exact English for divorce, but it has so many people were using it that it just been incorporated into ASL as divorce, and a lot of deaf people will now use this English sign for divorce. But I was also told that the original sign was this until signing exact English creeped into ASL and everyone started using this. Same way as this is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's all signing exact English. When in ASL is like eat morning, eat noon, and eat night. So there are some signs that have the origin of English signing that has creeped into ASL. And divorce is one of them. I still use this sign, just not with older people. Like the younger generation understand if I do this. Now this means cheat, not like cheat on your taxes. This is like cheat as you're having an affair or committing adultery. So cheat.
it doesn't have the background.
Because you're going behind their back. And that is all the time that we have. Cause
What
it's a
karaoke, what song would you use to practice that word? Before he,
Kids.
oh, I don't know that song.
before, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Before he.
Oh, I don't know that song.
Is that the right way to sign that phrase?
In the past, before he cheats, yeah.
He's actually doing it the way that an ASL instructor would do it. It's amazing.
So I don't know that song. What was it? I'm
You
guessing.
know, I dug my key into
Yeah,
the side
it's
of
like
his.
for
Oh,
this
yeah.
famous song, I think.
Oh,
What is
when she flattens the
Birds.
tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the name of the song?
Before he cheats.
Oh, I didn't know that was the name
Maybe.
of the song. I
Maybe
thought
next time, now I'm gonna think about this.
I
This is
thought it was
very-
a different title.
Okay, so how would
My
you
bad.
sign, I'm gonna have to say the whole phrase, maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. It's a complicated sentence.
Okay, say that phrase again.
Maybe next time he will think before he,
So you say in the future, he's going to think about before he cheats. That's how you sign in an ASL. So in the future, he will think about before he cheats. But that's how you sign in an ASL. So we're gonna